everybody in YouTube land. I'm John and I'm back with another video on my Musings of a Marine channel. Thanks for tuning in here. Like this video if you do indeed like it. We are standing by the entrance of the Festive Walk Mall here in Megaworld in Iloilo City. And you can see they even have a Star Pukes coffee place here. That tells you what I think of that. But anyways, this is near the entrance. They have a fountain going on here all the time, which is a good thing. And you can see around here, you've got all these vines coming down from the different stories. So this is quite a neat place. We're going to exit on out of here though, because I got a lot more important things to show you than a shopping mall. So when we exit the mall, you're going to see across the street, first of all, they have a crosswalk for the second and third stories. So you can get over to this building over here. And this building over here serves a couple of purposes. It's got a parking garage up there and 2 levels, and the big bus and jeepney terminal over there too. So it is a busy place for sure, especially at night. And then you can see over there, they have a dealership over there called the Daily Drive, where you can actually buy various vehicles. So that's kind of a neat deal too. So you can pick up taxis right here and get right into the mall if you want, or you can ride the jeepneys and the air-conditioned jeepney buses that run across the street. So Bob is with me here, my nephew, and we are going to continue on heading towards the McDonald's. Yep, we gotta watch as we go down the steps here. But you can see this road that's all the cars passing by. This area used to be nothing but an old dilapidated airport. And when Diane and I came here in 2002 and 2006, this is where we came. Part of this road was the old landing strip. But now, this is just a busy street. This is where it's happening in this town now, people. You come to Iloilo, this is where you hang out. The city is too crowded and there's too much traffic, but when you come here, there's a lot to do. You've got shops in there, you got a grocery store right across the street. I'm actually pointing at it right now. So all the conveniences are here. You don't want for nothing if you live in this area. There's even a hospital, heck, only a kilometer down the street from the condo. And you can see in the distance there's our actual condo, Madison Towers. But right here, we have the McDonald's. And the McDonald's was the first building to go up in this whole complex. Probably a good idea for the construction workers to eat here if they needed to. But yep, Mickey D's is well represented everywhere in the world. And this place is no exception. But it's kind of funny that an American restaurant chain would be the first thing to ever open up around here. So we're going to continue on down the street. Across the street there you see a building. That is actually the sales office for anybody who wants to buy a unit in one of these condos. And we'll kind of get a closer view here. The blue hue on this building, that's Madison Towers. And then you have another building next to it, Lafayette Square. And then there's even a taller building. Okay, Mama says we got to cross. But there's an even taller building down there, and that is the Palladium. And arguably, it is the tallest building in the city. As far as I know, it is. But anyway, we're going across there. Actually, we crossed the street on the wrong spot, but oh well. So we'll continue on here, and yeah, we have to go across the street there. You can see there's a statue there. I've taken pictures of it, but I want to get a close up view and explain to you more what the significance of that and why it's there. Now the crosswalks are kind of neat because they're well marked. And as you wait, you can see that the crosswalk even tells you how long you have to wait. So, forgive my lack of skills in holding the camera, but we're walking down the street now and across the street. And then we got to go across the street away from the condo. But that's what we're doing. And then as we come across the condo, you can see Madison Tower 1. Madison Place. This is actually Tower 1. And this is the main entrance into this particular tower here. Bow, where are you going? We're going over here. Now as we go over to this place here, it's called the Casa de Emperador. We're going to cross the street again because I want to show you the picture or the video of this statue over here. And this is just a nice area to hang out at night. But as we go, we are going to come across here. And I wanted to check out all of these buildings here. We've got the Casa de Emperador, they call this building. They have the museum there. It's called Iloilo Museum of Contemporary Art. We've already been there. And next to it is actually a place called the Brandy Museum. And that's exactly what it is. And yes, you can buy brandy there. So, I didn't. But anyway. Well, you got a place over here called the Marketplace. This is the actual grocery store that's nearby. And then you have this statue here. And I want to point this out to you because to me it's very, very important. And then you got the horse there, and this is a statue of General Martin Delgado. General Martin Teofilo Delgado. And here's this plaque there on the base of the statue. And a very unique story about this general. He actually fought against the Spanish for Philippine independence. And then when the Spanish-American War was over, he fought the Americans for Philippine independence. But he eventually surrendered to the armed forces of the United States. And then after he did, they were so impressed with his leadership that they actually made him governor of the area. Now, as we look down here, you're going to see all these lanterns hanging from wires. This is called the Festive Walk Parade. At night, this is a very happening place. They've got picnic tables and food stands all over, and you can sit outside and have a nice meal. And then along these buildings here, the upstairs and downstairs, there's shops and restaurants as well. So a lot going on here, especially at night. This is where it's all happening. This is the place to hang out if you're going to come to Iloilo. And some of these condo units, like ours will soon be, are available for rent. So if you want to rent it, you can do that. But we're going to move along now. Bob is sitting over there in the shade. All right, buddy, whenever you're ready. We got 45 seconds before we can cross. So. Yeah. But there's an ambulance right there, so the hospital's nearby, like I said, so you need an ambulance, you can get one. And there's our condo, and as you can clearly see, there are palm trees everywhere. We are in the tropics. Check it out. And then you've got the big Megaworld sign across the street in front of the sales office for the condo units. But We actually bought our condo unit over the internet, if you can believe that. All right, it's time to go across the street, so let's do it. Now, when you cross the street here, you got to be careful because people do not necessarily yield to the pedestrians here like we do in the United States. If they want to make a right turn and you're crossing the street, they'll make a right turn and just try their best to avoid you. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to wait for you. So we'll walk up the steps now here. This is, now we're actually at our condo, and there's the lovely, there's the lovely Jennifer in here. She is my favorite receptionist here.
Jennifer.
Yeah, she's usually at our tower, but not today apparently. So she's a real nice person. So we're walking down. That's not our entrance into our tower. They have a restaurant right here, the Bread Basket. And there probably will be more restaurants to come eventually. But that's a nice sit-down restaurant. And still some development that needs to be made. We got some crumbled cement here that needs to be fixed, but in due time, it will. There's still so much development going on in this city, so many more buildings and condo complexes. So here we are, 2 and 3 Madison Place. Our tower is Tower 3. And when you enter, you have a nice air-conditioned lobby to hang out in if you want. There's another front desk that we pass by. So there's Bob leading the way. Bob, we're going to go up to floor 3 first because I want to show some things there. And then this area here is where all the mailboxes are for all the people who live here. So, of course, you don't have to walk up the steps here, though there is obviously steps for safety purposes, but we are now riding in the elevator, and we're going to go up the 3rd floor first because there's some things I want to show you there, even though our condo is actually on the 5th floor. And the first thing I wanted to show you here was when you get out of the elevator and into the 3rd floor, the first thing you're going to see is they got a workout room here. Excuse me if I can get it out. So you've got the bicycles and some weight machines, some free weights as well, ellipticals over here, and of course the treadmills. So all of this is free to be used if you live here, if you own a unit here. You can turn the air on. It's very hot in here right now, but you can turn the air on. And all you got to do is go to the front desk, let them know you want to use it, and they'll turn the air on and the machines. But right now, there's nobody in here, so the machines are not being used. Now, further on down the road, we're going to go down the hallway here because there's a couple of things that I want to show you. Now, we can go out this door first, and they've got a nice little play area for the kids right over here. So if you got any kids, you can bring them over here, and you can see off in the distance there's mountains over there. That's as you near the province of Antique, it gets more and more mountainous around here, whereas Iloilo is more of a flat area. And you have the small pool here for the kids, and this other tub here is like a jacuzzi. That's all right, I don't need to go over there. Baba's warning me of some work that's being done. But over here is the bigger pool, and that's where we've gone a couple of times. Now, because we're 3 stories up, it gets kind of windy here. And when you go swimming here later in the day, it's actually quite cool up here. But because of the heat of us being in the Philippines, this pool is like bath water. So, and they have tables and everything. Bummer is, though, while they have these tables you can sit at, you're not allowed to eat out here. So that kind of stinks. But we'll go back in, and then we're going to head on up now to the condo that I am constantly talking about. You got some bathrooms here. The bathrooms in here are the best I've seen in the Philippines. They actually have sinks that work on a continuous basis. The toilets have seats. They're stocked with toilet paper, which a lot of toilets are not around here. And they have hand soap always available. And now we are here on our floor. And I'm going to give Baba the key so he can open it up while I am doing this video. I'm going to go down to the end of the hallway here though first. This is our unit, 5Q. But we're going to go down here a little bit. This exit here is the actual stairs. And then you can look out our window here and see again the large pool there. So, and check out the street down below as well. So, kind of neat there. Got the mall working. And anyway, we'll head on back into the condo unit. So, let's get some lights on going here, and I'm going to show this place off that I've been talking about time and time again. But here it is. When you first walk in, you've got your little kitchenette here. There's a 2-burner stove. It's electric. The sink, a dish rack here, and a dish towel. And I'm going to go over some things that we added to this place since we've been here. The toaster was one of them, and so was the microwave. The refrigerator, Baba bought a while back, but we do have a nice fridge. Over here, we've got a little stand here where we keep coffee and snacks. And of course, every Filipino home has to have a shoe rack because you're not supposed to walk around with your shoes on. And it's kind of neat. We have the garbage can here, which is more than full. But where do you take the garbage? Well, you don't have to take it out to a dumpster or anything. You actually just walk down the hall a little bit. They got a closet there, and you just put your trash there. And then somebody takes care of it for you. It's amazing. And over here, we got a shelf that has yet to have been installed. That's going to go in the bathroom above the toilet. Now, one thing I found in the marketplace grocery store across the street is they sell one of my favorite cereals. I have not been able to find this anywhere, and yet they sell Fruity Pebbles. So hallelujah. If that doesn't just be the cherry on top of all this, I don't know what is. Now, here's our kitchen table, which is kind of odd shape, but it's one my nephew Michael came up with. And we've got a couple of chairs here that Baba went out and bought for it. So that's our dining table, and it's good for 2 people, but that's really all the amount of people who could stay here. And then we got a mirror that my wife wanted right there. And then we also, since we've been here, we got the television. So now we got a nice flat screen TV here. I built a couple of things since we've been here as well. Here's our air conditioning unit, so it's nice and cool in here. But here's a shelf I put together and a little footstool. This here in these boxes are light fixtures. As you can see up on the ceiling, we don't really have any light fixtures, just bare light bulbs. So that's going to change with those light fixtures. The other thing we added was a nice wall clock here. And you can see we've got you know, water extinguishers in case there's a fire. We've got a closet here. This is the only closet in the place, but it's all right. Plenty of room for towels, and got another shelf there. And if you want to hang clothes up, you can. But generally, the uniform of the day around here is t-shirt and shorts anyways. I can't believe my nephew wears long pants every day. I don't know how he does it. It's too dang hot for me. And then we've got this little thing here where you can actually call down to the front desk. So, and then over here, I want to show you our nightstand, which I assembled, and then we also went out and bought a lamp too. And that little rope there, that's actually to tie the curtains up. But we did all this stuff while we were here, and once we get the shelf and the light fixtures hung, this place is going to be ready to be rented. Baba will go talk to a rental agency, and hopefully we can get this place rented out, because it's just been a money pit for us so far. And here's some mattresses here. Extra people want to stay here. More than 2 people can stay here at a time. And if they want to sleep on the floor, we got mattresses there, and we got an air mattress in our closet too. And last but not least, we're going to touch on the bathroom. We have more water pressure here in this place than we do in our house located here. And we actually have a shower stall that's bigger and a better shower head. And you can actually close the door here to keep the water off the rest of the floor, unlike our house. And no shower stall would be complete without a bucket for the old-fashioned bathers who like to just pour water on their heads from a bucket and bathe themselves that way. Over here, of course, we have our toilet, which does have a seat in it, and the flushing unit. And then this little thing here, you're wondering what that is. That's actually a hot water heater for the shower head. Now, I'll tell you what, I haven't taken anything but a cold shower since I've been here because of the humidity. But just in case, here is something that you can use to make the shower a little bit warmer. It does get cool here in the Philippines for a couple of months anyways, to where you might want to need that. And then we got our sink here, which is a little bit bigger and deeper than the one in the house, which is nice. And another little shelf here for stuff that I built. So that pretty much concludes the tour of our condo here in Iloilo. I hope you enjoyed this. For all of you who have heard me talk constantly about this place and how much I'm glad that we bought it, well, here it is. It ain't big, but with everything that's outside around it, the location is fantastic. So that's it for this video. It's about the longest one I ever made. But I'm John. I'm signing off. Semper Fi. God bless. And we'll talk to you soon.